When I was 16, I put a lot of emphasis on being a perfectionist. I needed to be the best. During the summer before my junior year of high school, I went on a mission trip. On the mission trip, there was a boy that I had known from church, and he actually took advantage of me sexually and somehow convinced me that it was my fault. That was kind of the moment that things started to change and alter in my life. It was kind of what triggered a change. I drank for the first time. I went from being a straight-A student to non-attendance. I went from being motivated to succeed to not really caring anymore. I felt extreme loneliness, and I felt like I could no longer fit in because I felt like I wasn't the same person that everyone expected me to be. I actually ended up deciding to go ahead and graduate high school a year early and go to college at 17. When I went home and visited my parents, they put me in a dual diagnosis treatment center, which is basically a rehab that specifically deals with mental illness and addiction. I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, that was from the abuse, and bipolar disorder and anxiety disorder. I refused to own up to it and admit that I do indeed live with mental illnesses because I didn't want to have to fully comprehend and believe that there was something wrong with me. Even though I was self-medicating with the drugs and the alcohol, I could somehow convince myself that I didn't have to have those, it was a choice. Whereas admitting that I live with mental illness would mean that I would have to admit to really needing help. June 6th of 2015, I was invited to go on a boat party, and it was a two-story party barge boat, and it held about 50 people. I was on the top story, and the boat started again, and I fell or jumped, we still don't know, off the top, and landed on the boat propeller. It sliced through my left leg, and I'm really fortunate to be here today. When it had sliced through my leg, it sliced through my femur. My mom, and she got a call saying that they didn't think I was gonna make it. And to come say goodbye. The next thing I remember from being on the boat is waking up a week later. I had been in a drug-induced coma for a week, and my mom and my granny and my sister were all surrounding me. The first words I actually spoke to them were, "I promise that I'm going to stay sober and get help." At this point, I felt no more shame. I just wanted to get better. I wanted my family back. NAMI Austin entered my life actively about 6 or 7 months after my accident had happened. I knew almost immediately when I woke up from a coma that I was going to use my experience and that it was going to make it all worth it. My parents had been connected with NAMI previously. NAMI was an outlet for them that helped educate them on what was going on with me. It's amazing how much that they do offer. My parents were able to take numerous classes. They were able to involve family. My grandparents got educated. Very quickly, a bunch of my loved ones suddenly started knowing so much about something that was so foreign and hush-hush before. As a presenter with Ending Silence, one of the biggest goals that I seek to accomplish is helping those youth feel like they're not alone in what they're going through. In my opinion, it takes a lot of strength for someone to have to admit to living with a mental health condition that's not necessarily visible to those around them. I don't think I would be where I'm at now if it wasn't for NAMI. It was a tool for me to get sad of myself, to use all my struggles and turn them around for good, and to hope that everything I'd been through was worth it. NAMI offered me hope, and there's no price tag on hope, and there's not enough of it in this world.